Remember the road trip with your family? Discipline at 79 miles an hour on the highway? I was an Air Force brat, so we move around all the time. Every road trip, same situation. Dad drives, mom's in the passenger seat, 3 kids in the back. Now, as soon as the road trip begins, my mom passed out. She's asleep. Something about spending time with her own family really made my mom drowsy. So she's out, so now Dad's got to take care of everything. And if we got loud in the back seat, the first thing my dad did, never yelled at us right away. First thing he did, he just got really quiet. Focused, like he's planning exactly what he's going to tell the authorities after this bloodbath ensues. And then if we got louder, that's when it got physical. That's when you see Dad driving with this hand, then this hand comes off the wheel. This hand grabs the wheel, so this hand is free to just hit whatever he can find in the back seat. He was good. He did like 3 good ones. And then we're like, oh, he's done. Nope, there's a second half to this game. And that was always cool with me and my older sister, because we always made my little brother ride bitch. As soon as that hand came up, we're like, get in there, Robbie. Learn some life lessons. And if that didn't shut us up, all he had to do is go to level 3, which is where he says, if you kids don't shut up, I'm pulling this car over and I'm going to spank you in public. And if you saw that today, somebody's calling child services. Back when I was a kid, other cars saw that and started honking their horns. The police come by. That's awesome, dude. Sober scooter comes by. Can I play with those kids after you're done? My name is Mark Ellis. You guys are fantastic. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV. Live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. Dave Landau is taking the stage when we return. Welcome back to the Access TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs right now.
Okay, we got to keep moving real quick. From Detroit, second time on this show, David Landau. That's it for David.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. My wife is pregnant with our first child that we're keeping. I'm excited. When we found out we were pregnant, we went out and got that book, What to Expect When You're Expecting. And in it, it says because of where the baby's located, for safety, a couple can consider having anal sex. I told my wife that. She's like, oh, bullshit. I'm like, no, go look yourself. It's folded on the page number. You'll notice the highlighter. She comes back a few minutes later. She's like, you're right. It really does say that. I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I guess if it's safer for the baby, I'll buy a strap-on. I'm worried having a kid, though, because, like, there's so many creeps out there now. Like, with the internet, they're on the tips of your fingers, you know? And don't get me wrong, there were creeps around when I was a kid. I remember I was 10 years old. I was playing outside of an ice rink. My dad was inside watching my brother play. I didn't play hockey. I'm not an athlete. This is not an athlete's body. But I was playing out front. This old dude pulls up in an old car. He's like, hey, man, your dad told me to give you a ride home. That's weird. He's inside. I think he would have mentioned this at some point. He goes, no, I'm a good friend of the family. Said to bring you home right away. I'm like, no. If you're a good friend, I would have met you. He goes, I got candy, and I'm 10, so I'm like, well, what kind of candy you got? He goes, I got candy corn. Like, what? Hell, but I'm not letting you fuck me for no candy corn. If you like it, you should have put a ring pop on it. You know what I'm saying? Earn it. I'm lucky you didn't have a Twix, or I'd be like, all right, I guess I'm sucking a dick. I'll get in. I feel bad for kids in like the 1800s when candy was awful. Like, hey kid, you want some peanut brittle? I guess. All right, get in the carriage. We're having a boy, which is exciting, it's pretty cool. I just know that eventually boys hit puberty, though, and teenage boys are disgusting. I know that because I was one. And I'm really glad in the 90s, when I was a teenager, that I could not get porn on my phone. I would have never left my room. My parents would have come in, it would just look like the last scene in Ghostbusters. Your phone bill's $11,000. Your right arm is enormous. All of your socks look like casts. Don't groan like you don't know what I'm talking about. Every teenage boy in America has a sock under his bed so rock hard you could knock out a burglar with it. I think somebody's in the house. Should I grab the gun? I'll just hit him with the boy's jizz sock. Should knock him out long enough before the proper authorities could take him away. I found out my mom knew about that stuff. I was 16 years old, sneaking my girlfriend into my house to introduce her to my family. My mom comes out of nowhere, furious about something, stops right in front of me and goes, "If you're going to masturbate, use a Kleenex. It sounds like I'm washing 8 pairs of shoes." Hey, Mom, this is Sarah. I don't know if you two had a chance to meet. She was my girlfriend till 9 seconds ago. I think we're just having one kid. Like, I think that's what we're gonna do. Because I think when you start having more kids, you start picking favorites. And you all had a favorite parent when you were growing up, too. We were like, you go ask my dad if you can sleep over. I'll let my mom see you. She's kind of a bitch. Like, my dad liked my brother more than me because he was good at sports. My dad was our Little League coach. I sucked so bad at baseball, he used to make me wear a jersey with another kid's last name on it. I remember when he gave it to me, I was like, who's queer? I'd be out in right field. What are you wearing, Dave? I don't know. Dad said I'd catch more balls this way. You guys are good with that joke, right? I don't get homophobia, I really don't, but I know where it comes from because I was raised Catholic, and in the Bible, in the book of Leviticus, it says, man shall not lay with another man. It also says that you can't get tattoos, eat shellfish, or have sex with a woman who's menstruating. So, see you in hell. Hell's gonna be a pretty unbalanced place. Like, what did you do to get here? I exterminated 6 million Jews. What did you do? One time my wife was on the rag, and I fucked her. That's why I think hell should be more like a prison sentence. Like, you go there for a little while, you know what I mean? Like, if you have sex with a woman on her period, eventually God's got to be like, all right, you've been in hell long enough for earning your red wings. Come on up to heaven and get your white ones. It's a much better joke than you guys just gave it credit. And no offense, ladies. Oh, you are not the nicest on your periods. Your periods is the reason that ice fishing got invented. Just some dude hundreds of years ago getting screamed at. I'm gonna go fishing, all right? It's 0 degrees outside. Then I will just cut a goddamn hole in the ice. See you in 5, crazy. Holy shit. What if you fall in? Well, it's the only way I'm gonna get fucked tonight, isn't it? My wife won't let me near the treasure during that time of the month. And I think it's because the first time I saw a string hanging out of it, I said, oh, good, you caught the mouse. I was setting up traps everywhere. It looks like a rat tail. I'm ready to be a dad, though, because I'm sober now. I used to party a lot. I used to drink really a lot. Then they put a breathalyzer in my car, and I thought maybe I have a problem. I had to take my mother-in-law to the airport with a breathalyzer in my car. She's a very sweet woman from the Midwest. She didn't know what it was. She gets in, she's like, Dave, thank you so much for taking me to the airport. Not a problem, Mom. Happy to help you out. No, you're a good man. It's not a big deal. No, you're just a good man for my daughter. Okay, just, all right. What does that do? It starts the car. My car uses keys. This is new. What if it doesn't start when you blow into it? Then you're gonna have to blow into it. You want to get to the airport, don't you, Mom? Thank you guys very, very much. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City.
Okay, we had a good time tonight, huh? Let's bring everybody back. Rob! I can't see that. Yeah, we had a good time. And from Detroit, Miss Foster, Mark Ellis, everybody, bye-bye. God bless you all.